If you love horror stories that keep you awake long after midnight, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell, because tonight's story will make you think twice before booking a room at a roadside motel. It was supposed to be a simple stop for the night. A young girl named Emily Carter, 22 years old, was driving cross-country from Chicago to Los Angeles, chasing her dream of becoming a photographer. Her car had been her world for weeks, a trunk full of camera gear, instant noodles, and a broken radio that hummed static like whispers. As night fell over the lonely highway, a storm rolled in, rain slashing across her windshield like 1,000 tiny knives. Emily's GPS lost signal miles ago. She was alone, tired, and desperate for a bed and a roof. That's when she saw it. A flickering neon sign glowing through the storm. Pine Wood Motel, vacancy. It looked like something out of a 1970s postcard. Faded red paint, peeling wood, and a single light above the office door that buzzed louder than the thunder. Inside, behind the counter, was a man in his late 50s, thin, pale, and smiling too wide. "Rough night, huh?" he said, sliding a key across the counter. "Room 9, last one left." Emily smiled politely, paid in cash, and thanked him. He paused before she turned away. "Try not to wander around too much tonight," he added softly. "We've had incidents." Emily laughed nervously. "Incidents?" He just nodded, that same stretched smile on his face, and said, "Just stay in your room, miss." The hallway smelled of damp wood and something metallic, maybe rust. The walls were lined with faded photographs, families smiling in front of the motel decades ago. Only the deeper she went, the faces seemed off. Smiles too wide, eyes too dark. Room 9 creaked as she opened it. A single bed, a wooden dresser, a dusty mirror that seemed older than the motel itself. She collapsed on the bed, scrolling through old photos on her camera. But when she reached one of her latest shots, her heart froze. In the photo, taken just before the storm, a figure stood in the background behind her car. A woman, pale and expressionless, wearing an old motel uniform. Emily blinked. She didn't remember seeing anyone there. At 12:03 a.m., she woke to the sound of dripping water. But the bathroom tap wasn't running. The sound was coming from the ceiling. Drip, drip, drip. She looked up. The stains spreading across the ceiling looked fresh. She stood on the bed and touched it. Wet. Red. Before she could react, she heard a whisper from behind her. "Room 9 is never empty." She spun around. The mirror fogged up on its own, though the air was freezing cold. On the glass, written in the fog, was a single word: stay. If you're brave enough to keep watching, go ahead, hit that like button. Let's see how many of you can make it to the end. Panicking, Emily grabbed her camera, determined to leave. But when she reviewed the pictures again, every photo now showed the same pale woman, closer and closer to the lens. The last one wasn't taken by her. It showed Emily herself. The timestamp, 12:02 a.m. Heart racing, she bolted out of the room, into the hallway. But the lights were out now. The photographs on the wall had changed. Every face was now her face. She ran to the front desk. No one there. The register book lay open. Names crossed out in red ink, except one: Emily Carter. Room 9. Next to it, the word "checked out" had been written. But the date was tomorrow. The wind howled outside, rattling every window. Behind the front desk, Emily saw a door slightly ajar, a staircase leading down. Something compelled her to look. Her phone flashlight flickered as she descended. The basement was lined with old furniture and boxes labeled with room numbers. But in the corner, she saw something that made her stomach twist. A wall of Polaroid photos, pinned in neat rows. Each one was a guest, each one smiling in front of room 9. And there she was, Emily, smiling in the latest photo. But she had never posed for it. Behind her, she heard the motel owner's voice. "You shouldn't be here, miss." They don't like when guests leave. She turned, but it wasn't him standing there anymore. It was the woman from the photos, the one in the motel uniform. Her eyes were hollow, her mouth opened far too wide to be human. Before Emily could scream, the flashlight went out. When the sun rose, the storm was gone. A new guest, a truck driver named Sam, pulled up to Pine Wood Motel. The man at the front desk greeted him with the same wide smile. "Rough night, huh?" Room 9. Last one left. As Sam signed the guest book, he noticed the previous name. Emily Carter, checked out. He didn't think much of it until he passed the hallway photos. The last frame on the wall showed a new picture. A girl smiling, holding a camera. Her name etched in small handwriting below. Emily. If you ever see the Pine Wood Motel sign on a rainy night, keep driving. Some guests never check out, but their faces never leave the wall. If this story sent chills down your spine, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves horror as much as you do. And remember, the next motel you stop at might just be watching you back.